I can't believable. We're back in the kitchen and this time we're cooking another HelloFresh recipe, but this time we're cooking something we've never cooked before or even tried before, and it's a shepherd's pie. But it is a mushroom and herb shepherd's pie, so it's vegetarian. So what's actually interesting about the box we just got from HelloFresh is that they sent everything fine, but when it comes to the shepherd pie recipe, they sent us the wrong recipe card. It was like for noodles, which we were worried for a second and thought that we got the noodles, but then we actually got the shepherd's pie ingredients. But then we found out that we got double the ingredients, so we actually have enough to make 4 servings instead of 2. But then the potatoes, they sent us potatoes that are a little bit over the amount that you would need to make 2 servings, but also not the amount you would need to make 4. So very confusing. I don't know what happened. Making more is not a bad thing because now we have leftovers for tomorrow.
And you get the recipe online.
Yes, you can always just look up the recipe on their website. I always link the recipes down below in the description, and then I also like write it out in the description, so you can either follow along through there, you can click on the link. And if you want to try HelloFresh, I will include the link down below in the description. So sorry if it's loud, but it just started raining outside like really hard. We've got onion, we've got mushroom broth concentrate, we've got flour, we've got garlic powder, sour cream, tomato paste, potatoes, onions, thyme, cheese, mushrooms, carrots. So we rinsed the potatoes, and then now we are getting a pot of salted water ready so we can boil the potatoes. The potatoes are gonna boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. He is dicing the potatoes into 1/2-inch pieces, and then we're gonna put it into the boiling water. And I'm gonna start cutting the mushrooms into quarters. Alright, I quartered all the mushrooms, and based on how many mushrooms I just cut, this is going to be a very mushroom heavy dish, so hopefully if you make this dish, you like mushrooms. Okay, now the potatoes are diced. Coco is watching. Coco is always watching. And now we can go ahead and put this into the boiling water. I'm scared! Oh my gosh, that's not a good idea. The potatoes are gonna boil for about 20 minutes, and now we're gonna go ahead and start cutting the carrots and the onions. So now he has the fun job of dicing the onions, and then I'm gonna do the carrots. So I have to peel, trim, and dice the carrots. So this is definitely a lot of prep work, but hopefully it's worth it. This cat is going crazy playing with a pen. She literally finds anything to play with, and she just found a pen, and she's so excited about this little pen. You're so silly. Everything to her is a toy. Coco does not approve, right? You don't approve of any of this. Now he's gonna strip all the he's gonna strip all the leaves off the stems of the thyme, and then he's gonna dice it. Finally, dicing carrots is like super obnoxious.
Especially when the knife isn't sharp.
Yeah, I think we need a sharper knife. Okay, that's about as diced as it's gonna get. And then we got the thyme leaves, we got the potatoes boiling, we got the carrots diced, onions diced, mushrooms quartered, and thyme leaves are stemmed and minced. Now we can finally start cooking after prepping for like the last 15-20 minutes. So now we have some olive oil in a large pan, and we're gonna throw in the mushrooms. It's a lot of mushrooms.
It's not a big enough pan.
We gotta switch to a bigger pan because this pan is too small for all these mushrooms. So now the potatoes are ready, and we're gonna go ahead and reserve 1/2 cup of the water. Well, it's a little bit more than half, but that's okay. And then we're gonna drain it and keep it covered until we're ready to mash it. And the mushrooms are starting to get cooked. We're gonna go ahead and add some more olive oil. We're gonna add the onions. We're gonna add the carrots and a big pinch of salt. And it says to cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes or until the veggies are softened. Now we added 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're gonna stir in now the thyme. We're gonna stir in the flour. And the garlic powder. Now I'm gonna add the tomato paste. Now we're gonna add a cup of water, and then we gotta add the mushroom broth concentrate. A lot of little packets. So now we're gonna bring it to a boil and then reduce to a low simmer and cook until the sauce has thickened, which will be about 2 or 3 minutes. It says to salt and pepper generously. So go ham, go as hard as you want. Okay, so now we're gonna start mashing the potatoes. We added, I believe it said 3 tablespoons of butter. We can add splashes of the leftover liquid at a time just to help make it smooth. On top of that, we're also gonna add sour cream and cheese. We put the oven to broil, which is 500 degrees. That's actually perfect. So now I'm gonna spoon the mashed potato on top and try to make it even. Oh, it does mention to leave the borders free. I need more mashed potatoes. Okay, so I tried to cover as much mashed potato as I could. In the picture it kind of looks like this, but since it's not round and it's a big square and we have a little less potato to work off of, I just think this is the best we can get. And now we're gonna add cheese. And now we're gonna put this in to the broiler, the oven, whatever, for 3 to 4 minutes. I will say this recipe is definitely way more intricate and heavy with the steps and the prep than usual, but hopefully it's worth it because it was heavy duty work. I feel like that was almost a whole hour. I think that was an hour of us so far doing all this. So
even with meat, I think it would be just as much work.
Yeah, this is no joke of a recipe, but
Except
hopefully
mushrooms.
It's delicious. Okay, it's time. But look at that, that looks really good. Now we have to let it sit for 5 minutes and then we can eat. It said this is enough for 4 servings, but honestly, if you divided this, it's more like 6. This is definitely 6 servings worth, so we have food for like 3 days. After slaving away for an hour, we got our shepherd's pie, and I know it's a little messy. It's really hard to get it to make it look pretty.
On the white plate?
Yeah, because it's so like smeary and saucy.
Okay.
Cheers. That's very comforting. That tastes like comfort food. Very fall, winter time. Almost like something you could eat at Thanksgiving.
That's good.
I like it.
I just wish
It had meat.
Yeah. And I think the potato could have been a little crustier. Right? A little more bite.
Could have had also if we had more potato, but yeah. Honestly, the sauce whatever the sauce is, the tomato paste and the garlic and the thyme and whatever
sour
it was,
cream,
sour cream from
mushroom stock,
butter, everything is really complementing each other and it's really good.
It's a winner.
It was worth the work. I wonder how this would taste with like meat.
Yeah, it would be completely different, I'm sure.
But I feel less guilty about eating it because it's just like mushrooms, carrots, onions, potatoes, like everything is...
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's good for being just vegetables. We're gonna go ahead and enjoy this. If you decide to try this, the recipe's down below. If you decide to try it, let us know. And the link to HelloFresh is there too, so you can get your discount. And honestly, pretty impressed. This was one of those weird ones where we were like,
This is the first time that we've been doing vegetarian meals with these boxes. Yeah, just to switch it up and try something different. They all pretty much worked out. I mean, they're all good. This is a perfect dish to take to like a Thanksgiving meal or to like a, I don't know, to someone's house. Yeah. House party after Corona's over, you know. Cheers and toodaloo. So, yeah.